it's Jill from stampwithjill.com and Fun Stamper's Journey, and I am back again this week being on a live video. Today we are going to make a fall latte card, and it looks like this. Isn't this so cute? Little pumpkin spice latte theme. So we're going to work on this, but first I want to tell you about a couple of things. I have a Halloween class coming up. It should be ready by the end of this week. And it has 5 really cute projects in it featuring the monsters. So that's coming soon. I also have a fall class coming as well. I don't do a lot of online classes, but I have these 2 in the works. And this weekend on Saturday is the creative team for Fun Stamper's Journey, the Blog Hop. It is our first one for this year, and we are all excited to share some really fun projects with you. So I hope that you will pop over to my blog sometime on Saturday and check out all the really great designs from all the 8 members of the creative team. All right, so let's get started on today's card. I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera so you can see my workstation. So here we go. All right, so there you should be able to see everything. All right, the card is there, and the words are going in the right direction. So while you guys are catching up, I'm going to try to refresh the screen on my laptop so I can see if I am actually live, and I see it, so that's good. And hopefully I will be able to see comments. Last time I waited till all of it was over because I was so nervous. So I probably will not respond to comments until the end since I'm so new at this. All right, so let's get started. First things first, we are using a bunch of products. So let's go through the products. We are using the Coffee First die set. This is an 8-piece die set. It comes with 2 size coffee cups, and we are going to use the larger one. It has a little tag or a tea bag type holder. It has 2 types of cozies. One is like a belly band and a regular cozy, so we're going to use this one today. It has 2 types of lids. One is like the frozen drink lid and the hot drink lid, so we're going to use the hot drink lid, and it also has a straw. All right, so that's the die set for the coffee part. For the leaves, we are using the Pretty Leaves die set. This is a hostess set, so you have to have a qualifying order to earn it for free. And it has these 2 leaves in it. Really fun. I've been using these tons this fall. All right, and then we are using this Mini Greetings ATS stamp set, and we are using the smile because coffee always makes me smile, just like stamping. But there's Happy Birthday just for you, and this is a great little mini stamp set that we have, so we're going to use that. And I think the rest is straightforward. So for the card, it's hard to see in the camera, and I'm not real good at zooming yet. So there's a little line across this cup lid, and to get that, I just take a piece of scrap paper and put a score line across it. And then when I put the die on there, you line it right up with the crease of your cup lid, and then you have that ridge like in a real coffee cup lid. You can go ahead and score it after you die cut it, but it's really hard to hold that little tiny piece of paper, so you can see just how I've done it. And so it doesn't move, you just put a little piece of washi tape on there. So I do have that cup lid pre-cut like that. And then we are using the larger cup today, and I just used a scrap piece of oatmeal cookie cardstock, ran that through my die cutting machine, and came out with the cup. And then for the cozy, I had a scrap piece of paper for the Halloween prints, and to get the acorn right in the center, I center it right on these leaves. So there's a little bit of leaves peeking out at the top and a little bit at the bottom. And then I put a piece of washi tape on there and run it through my platinum machine to die cut it out, and what you get is that. So mine wasn't perfectly centered, but you get the idea of how to do it. All right, and then I just had some scrap pieces of hazelnut blend and pumpkin bread for the leaves, and I just ran them through, and we have those here. And then I have a scrap piece of whipped cream for the sentiment, and I'll go over the measurements for the card when we're ready to put that together. So first things first, let's go. This is the Journey Holiday Mini Catalog, and in here is the Halloween prints paper. You get 24 sheets, so you get 4 of each one of these designs. I put a post-it note on the page so I would be able to turn to it really quickly. So there's 6 Halloween designs and 6 fall designs. So I pulled those out so you could see them up close. So here is the 3 fall designs. We're using the acorns today. So we have acorns, we have this like fall leaves, and then we have pumpkins and sunflowers, and when you turn them over, you have some really fun fall, rich fall colored prints. And then for this is the reverse side of the Halloween paper, so you have some fun colorful stripes, you have a printed square like that, and some purple polka dots, these can actually go either way. They don't always have to be Halloween, but on this side we have some candy, we have some skeletons, and we have the stars and the bugs. And here on the East Coast, we have this little problem. It's called the lanternfly. And this little bug, you're not going to be able to see it, but it looks just like the lanternfly, and they gross me out. I'm not a big fan of bugs, but the paper is really cute. All right, so back to the card. So here we are, back to the card. We are going to stamp. Let's go ahead and stamp the word. So I have Smile already mounted, and this is Hazelnut Blend ink. And I am just stamping that right on my piece of scrap paper. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to hand cut it out because I want it to be smaller than a piece of paper that I can actually trim and stamp on evenly. So it's easier to just hand cut it. So, and then we're going to flag the ends. I don't know why I'm still so nervous. I've already done this once. I've made this card more than once for a little bit of practice, and I'm still nervous. Okay, so now we have all the pieces. I'm gonna sponge the edge of this cup to give it a little bit of dimension. So I'm just gonna dip this into the ink and rub it all around the edges like this to give my cup a little bit of dimension, okay? All right, so now we are ready to put the card together. So I'm going to slide these over a little bit. Okay, so I have oatmeal cookie. This is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And we're just going to go ahead and fold that in half. This is pumpkin bread. It's 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just going to go ahead and tape that on the front of the card. Hopefully it's lined up because from my angle it's just a little bit hard to tell. And then I have the acorn pattern of the Halloween prints. So all of these links will be up on the blog stampwithjill.com. And if you have posted a comment, I'm not really watching because I'm focusing on the card, but I will answer your questions. All right, so now we have a little piece of adhesive sticking out there. Okay, so now we are ready to put the card together. So I have this little piece, it's a 1/2 inch by 4 of hazelnut blend cardstock, and I am just gonna put that there. And what this does is this anchors my cup. So I don't want to cover up the acorn, but I do want it closer to the bottom. So I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach these leaves. And because they're so intricate, it's pretty impossible to get some tape on there. So I'm going to use the liquid craft glue, and I don't use a ton, just a little bit here and a couple dots, just enough to hold it so it doesn't fall apart. And then we're just going to go ahead and put that right on there. Same thing with this one, you don't need a ton of glue. Just a little bit there, that should be plenty. All right, so there we go. You know, after I decided to do this card, I really thought I should have had a pumpkin spice latte to drink while I was doing it, but then I'd be really nervous because I'd be fired up on caffeine. So we're gonna go ahead and tape this, haha. Anyway, tape the cozy to the front of the cup. My tape just got a little bit stuck. Okay, we'll come back to that later. Just use a little bit of this. Okay, so I'm gonna want to put that up the top, a little bit higher than the middle. All right, so now we're ready to go with that. All right, so all these pieces are gonna go on foam squares. So I'm just gonna turn them over. I'm gonna pull in my foam squares here. So for the cup, I want it towards the top because I want it to cover the edge of the top of the cup, the sentiment, and I'm gonna put 2 on the cup. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and center this cup like that. Put on the lid. I decided to not go with a straw for this, but you could. I drink my coffee with a straw, I don't know about you, but always with a straw, whether it's frozen or not. But I decided no straw. And then we're gonna just move this all the way over so it slightly overlaps this layer as well as the cup. And there you have the card. So I only made one project today. Hopefully I'll get up enough oomph to make more than one project. So here's the one we made just now and the one I made for my sample. And that's all I have to share today. So thanks for joining me. And oh, one more thing. I am planning to go live every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Hopefully that schedule will work for the fall season. So hopefully I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me.